Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm an expert health coach and personal trainer. I have my doctorate in physical therapy, and I'm a yoga teacher. So I help moms get healthy through safe and effective workouts and to build a sustainable health plan. So today we're going to be focusing on a quick workout for those busy moms. So this is going to be just using our body weight. We're going to be working our core. We're going to be working our arms and our legs. This is also a great workout to take with you if you're traveling and you don't have access to any equipment. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with squats. Go ahead and stand with your feet hip width apart and just go ahead and squat and stand up. Good. So keep this going. So I want you to check your form here. So as we do squats, we want our weight to be in our heels, not our toes. So we want those knees to stay back over our heels. Good. And keep going. So we want our chest to stay up and our core in. So we might hinge forward at the hips, but we're not rounding that back as we come down. We're keeping that nice same position in our spine. Good. So if it's feeling easy, just try to squat a little bit lower and really work into those legs. From here, we're going to add a toe raise. So as you come up, rise up on your toes. Squat down and up on your toes. So really engage that core and stand up tall as you stand. Good. So hopefully you're feeling it in those legs. Make sure that you keep breathing. So our legs are big muscles. So as we work them, we might even feel our heart rate start to rise a little bit. So this is still a pretty low impact workout. We won't be doing jumping or anything. So it's nice and gentle on our joints, but we still get this great workout strengthening our muscles. Good. Last one and release. And we're going to go right into our side lunge. So go ahead and step to the side and bend that knee and back together. You can have hands on your hips. So as you do this, make sure your toes stay pointed forward. Good. And you can hinge at the hips a little bit, but keep that same shape in your spine. Good. Take those deep breaths. And to bump it up a little bit, you just sink into that leg even more. Good. So since this is a quick workout, we're just going to keep moving forward. We're not going to have any rest. But if you feel that you need to take one, go ahead. And go ahead, do one more on this leg. And switch to the other side. Good. So as you start on this other foot, check your form. Make sure that that knee is staying over the ankle and not the toe. Good. Check in with that spine. You can even put your hands like this and make sure that that spine is not rounding as you're lunging. So you may hinge forward, but we're not rounding that back. We're keeping this workout in our legs. Good. Keep going. I know I can feel my heart rate raising a little bit as we're using these big muscles in our legs. Good. And after this, we're going to go on to working our core. One more. Good. And come on down to your mat or your floor and come into plank. You can do this on your knees or your toes. I'll show you on your toes first. And go ahead, bring your knee into your chest. So when you're doing this, keeping the foot and shin far away from the floor. On your knees, it will look like this. Good. So choose the option that you need today. And you can always switch between the two. So you can start on your toes and drop down to your knees. Good. Keep breathing. This is definitely hard work. And go ahead and do one more on each side. Good. And lower all the way down to the mat. Bring your arms up by your ears. Arms and legs are straight. And go ahead and lift your arms and legs up off the mat. Bring your arms and legs out to an X, center, and down. Good. So up, X, center, down. And keep this going. Up, X, center, down. Keep going. So we always want to work our back whenever we're working our stomach. So our core is not only our stomach, it's also our back. So we want to have a really strong back as we go to lift things. Maybe we're picking up our kids or running around. Good. Go ahead and do one more here. Good. And roll onto your side. Good. And go ahead and bend your bottom knee, straighten your top leg, and we're going to do circles. So go ahead and circle forward. So we're going to work this little muscle in our hip. Good. So we're going to do 15 seconds in each direction. And go ahead and reverse it. I know sometimes that feels a little weird as you go in a different direction. Good. Keep going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll on over to your other side. Good. Bottom knee is bent. Top leg is straight. And go ahead and circle forward. Good. Nice small circles. Keeping that foot up the whole time. Good. And circle the other way. And 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come on up to a seated position. We're going to do tricep dips on the floor. So knees bent, feet on the floor. Fingers are pointing towards our toes. Lift your hips up off the mat. And go ahead and bend those elbows and straighten. Good. So it's a really small movement that comes from our elbows. So this motion doesn't come from our hips. So our elbows point straight behind us. Good. This is a very hard exercise. So if you can't do it, just hold right here. You don't have to move at all. So wherever you are, that's okay. You got to build up that strength and just stay consistent. And 5 more seconds. Good. And go ahead, sit down, come into a pike. Legs are straight. Go ahead, sit up nice and tall. Lean back a little bit and put your hands on the mat. Point your toes and go ahead and lift that left leg up and down. Good. So you barely want that heel to tap as it comes down. So this works our quad. And it is a really hard exercise, even though it looks really easy. Good. Last one, and switch to the other side. Good. So nice and slow. We're really controlling this movement. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and roll to your back. Do a pelvic tilt. Push that low back into the mat. Bring your knees up to 90 degrees and do toe taps. So keep that bend in your knee as you alternate those toes. Keep that low back push down into the mat. An option here to straighten your legs and alternate them. Good. So we are moving through this workout fast because I just want a really quick workout for you guys where you can really work those muscles and get a quick workout in when you don't have that much time. Good. So you want to keep your exercises safe and make sure you are doing them correctly. Good. One more on each side. Good. And go ahead. You can rock and roll yourself up, or you can roll to your side, and let's stand back up. We're going to repeat this circuit one more time. So go ahead, stand, feet hip width apart, and go ahead and squat. Good. So remember here with our squat, we're making sure our weight is in our heels and our core and low back is staying in the same position. Good. If you want to feel a little bit more burn, go as deep as you can with keeping good form. Good. Check in with those knees. As you squat down, make sure you can wiggle those toes and lift them up. That says that our weight is in our heels and it keeps our knees safe. All right, from here we're going to go up on those heels. So squat down, rise up on those toes. Good. Good. So rising up onto those toes, keeping that core engaged and working that balance a little bit. So balance is often overlooked, but we use it in our everyday life. So it's super important to work our balance and make sure that we keep that strong. Good, we'll go for 10 more seconds. Good, keep that breath steady. And last one, up and release. And side lunge. Go ahead and step to the side, hands on your hips. Good, so first check that form. Check that knee. Make sure that it's not going over that toe. And you're sitting back into your hips. Good, so you choose how low you go in this side lunge. Good, with all these squats and lunges, I can definitely feel my heart rate coming back up again. One more on this side, and we'll go straight into the other side. Good. So you can tell through this workout that we just keep moving. So we're not taking any rest. We're just going straight from one exercise to another so that we can get this quick workout done in a short amount of time, but still work those muscles really good. Good. And check in with that knee. Make sure it's staying behind the toe. If you can't keep good form, back off a little bit. So although we want to push ourselves, we want to make sure that we can still do the exercise correctly. And one more on the side. Good job. Come on down to plank, either on your knees or your toes. And go ahead, bring that knee towards your chest. Good. Keeping that foot and shin far away from the floor. Dropping down to your knees if you need to. So when you're in your knees, it's a little bit more of a tabletop position versus a plank. But it's still a great workout. Even me being on my knees right now, I can feel it in my arms. I can feel it in my core as I bring that knee up. Good, and go ahead, do one more on each side. And lower down to the mat. Straighten those arms by your ears. And go ahead, lift up and X, together and down. So up, X, together, down. Good job. Keep going with this pattern. So as you're doing this, it's best to look sort of down at your mat and not crank your neck up and arch it. Good job. Keep going here. We'll do one more. And release, roll right onto that side. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is straight. And go ahead and circle whichever way you want to start with. Good, and you can have that foot flexed or you can point that toe. Good, so nice, slow, small circles. And go ahead, circle backwards. Good. And switch to the other side. Bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight, and go ahead and circle. You can point or flex that foot. And you can keep your head propped up with your hands, or you can even lay all the way down as you do this. So whatever feels comfortable. Circle backwards. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and come up. And we'll come to that tricep dip. So knees bent. Fingers are pointing towards our feet. Go ahead, lift up. You can always just hold here or go ahead and bend those elbows and straighten. Good, really small movement. So our elbows are not going to bend that much. So that means our body is not going to drop that much. So make sure that those elbows point straight back. Good, this is definitely a hard exercise. So we're using our body weight to strengthen our triceps. And 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come into a pike, straighten those legs, sit nice and tall, lean back, and lift that left leg. Good. So leg is nice and straight. You can feel your core engage right here. And go ahead and do one more and switch to the other leg. Good. So nice and slow. Try to just let that heel tap or not even touch. And go ahead and do one more. Good job. Roll on down to your back. Hands by your side, pelvic tilt. Push that low back into the mat. Knees at 90 degrees and tap those toes. Good. Keep your breath going. Option to straighten those legs. So choose the challenge you need. So you want to find that just right challenge, and you can always alternate between the two. So that just right challenge means that it's going to be a little bit hard, and you're going to feel that burn, but you're not going to be super sore where you can't work out the next day or walk. So we want to slowly build up strength in our body and be gentle and kind to it, but while still giving it a great workout. Good. One more tap on each side. Good. And go ahead and rock and roll yourself up or roll to the side. We're just going to end with one stretch. Go ahead, straighten your right leg. Left knee is bent. And just walk those hands out over the leg and take a nice deep breath here. So great workout today. Go ahead and walk those hands back up and switch your legs. Nice and tall, and walk those hands out. Nice deep breath. Good. Walk those hands back up. And that is all for today. If you want to do a couple more stretches, go ahead and do that. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Please subscribe to this channel and feel free to like or comment below and tell me what you liked about this workout. And if you have any requests, you might just get a special video made for you. Feel free to be part of my Facebook group and be part of a community of like-minded people. And don't forget to check out my links for my freebies and if you're interested in working with me. Have a great day.